Rule 6. Control your attention or someone else will. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Whatever controls your attention controls your life. Modern society is designed to keep people distracted. Endless notifications, social media, entertainment, drama, and meaningless arguments constantly pull people away from their goals. Most people cannot focus for even a few minutes without reaching for distraction. Stoicism teaches that a scattered mind becomes a weak mind. Absolute power requires intense focus. The Stoics understood that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. If your attention is constantly controlled by external noise, your mind becomes chaotic. But when you learn to direct your focus intentionally, your mental power increases dramatically. Rewire your brain by protecting your attention like a warrior protects his weapon. Stop feeding your mind with negativity all day. Stop allowing distractions to destroy your discipline. Every moment you waste on meaningless things is energy stolen from your future. Focused people become dangerous because they accomplish what distracted people never finish. While others jump from trend to trend, emotionally reacting to every headline and every opinion, you remain centered on your mission. This creates extraordinary momentum over time. The Stoics practiced mental discipline daily. They trained themselves to focus only on what they could control. This simple principle removes enormous amounts of unnecessary stress. Instead of obsessing over things outside your power, channel your energy toward action, improvement, and self-mastery. Imagine how powerful you become when your mind is no longer scattered. You think more clearly. You learn faster. You become more productive. You stop wasting emotional energy on things that do not matter. Attention is modern-day currency, and most people spend it carelessly. But you must become different. Train your focus daily. Read more. Reflect more. Think deeply. Protect your peace from distractions that weaken your purpose. The more focused you become, the more unstoppable you become. Subscribe to this channel and continue learning the Stoic mindset that builds discipline, focus, and absolute mental clarity. Rule 7. Never reveal all your plans. One of the greatest Stoic principles is strategic restraint. Most people announce their goals too early because they crave validation and attention. They talk endlessly about what they are going to do instead of quietly building results. But powerful people understand the importance of silence and patience. When you reveal all your plans, you expose yourself to unnecessary criticism, envy, distractions, and sabotage. Stoicism teaches that actions matter more than words. A disciplined person moves quietly and lets results speak later. Rewire your brain to stop seeking praise before accomplishment. There is psychological power in privacy. When your goals remain protected, your energy stays focused. You avoid wasting emotional fuel trying to impress others. Too much talking creates the illusion of progress while producing nothing real. Many people feel satisfied simply because they talked about success instead of earning it. But the Stoic understands that true achievement requires silent discipline. Think about the most dangerous individuals in history. They rarely revealed everything they were thinking. They observed carefully, moved strategically, and acted decisively. Mystery creates strength because people cannot predict you easily. This does not mean becoming deceptive. It means becoming disciplined enough to keep your vision protected until the right moment. Your dreams are valuable. Not everyone deserves access to them. Some people secretly hope you fail. Others project their fears onto your ambition. That is why silence can protect your growth. Work in silence. Improve in silence. Build in silence. Then let success make the noise. The more emotionally mature you become, the less you feel the need to explain yourself constantly. Stoicism teaches that external recognition is temporary, but internal discipline lasts forever. When you stop announcing every move, your mind becomes calmer and more focused. You become less distracted by opinions and more committed to execution. This mindset creates enormous psychological advantage because while others seek attention, you seek mastery. And mastery always wins in the long run. Subscribe now and continue developing the discipline, wisdom, and strategic mindset of a true modern Stoic. Rule 8. Turn pain into power. Every human being experiences pain. Failure, betrayal, rejection, loss, humiliation, loneliness, and disappointment are unavoidable parts of life. But Stoicism teaches that pain itself is not what destroys people. It is their interpretation of pain that breaks them. Weak minds become bitter from suffering. Strong minds become wiser from it. This is one of the most powerful mental rewiring principles you can ever learn. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" the Stoic asks, "What is this teaching me?" Pain can either weaken your spirit or sharpen your character depending on your response. Rewire your brain by seeing adversity as training instead of punishment. Every difficult experience contains lessons, discipline, and hidden strength if you are willing to learn. Think about how many people allow heartbreak, criticism, or failure to destroy their confidence permanently. They become fearful, angry, and emotionally broken because they never transform their pain into growth. But the Stoic refuses to waste suffering. They use it as fuel. Betrayal teaches awareness. Failure teaches strategy. Rejection teaches self-reliance. Hardship teaches resilience. Your struggles can become the very thing that builds your greatness. History is filled with powerful individuals who developed strength through adversity. Comfort rarely creates extraordinary people. Challenges do. When life becomes difficult, most people collapse emotionally because they expect life to always be easy. But Stoicism prepares you mentally for hardship before it arrives. This preparation creates psychological endurance. Instead of being shocked by pain, you become capable of enduring it calmly. Imagine the power of becoming someone who grows stronger during hard times instead of weaker. That level of resilience makes you nearly impossible to defeat mentally. You stop fearing obstacles because you understand they are shaping you. The mind becomes stronger every time it survives something difficult. Over time, your confidence no longer comes from comfort, it comes from knowing you can endure. That is true inner power. Use your pain wisely. Let every scar become wisdom. Let every setback become fuel for your future success. Subscribe to this channel if you are ready to transform suffering into strength and develop the mindset of an unstoppable Stoic warrior. Rule 9. Discipline is greater than motivation. Most people wait for motivation before taking action. They only work hard when they feel inspired. They only stay focused when things are easy. But motivation is unreliable because emotions constantly change. Stoicism teaches that discipline is far more powerful than temporary feelings. Absolute power comes from doing what must be done even when you do not feel like doing it. Discipline creates consistency. Consistency creates mastery. Rewire your brain to stop depending on moods and start depending on principles. The Stoics believe that character is built through repeated actions. Every small disciplined decision strengthens your mind. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your self-respect increases. But every time you betray your own standards, your confidence weakens. Modern society glorifies motivation because motivation feels exciting. But discipline is what truly transforms lives. The person who trains when tired, studies when distracted, and remains focused when others quit gains an enormous advantage over time. Success is rarely about talent alone. It is about consistency. Discipline is what separates dreamers from achievers. Think about how powerful your life becomes when you no longer negotiate with excuses. You stop saying, "I will start tomorrow." You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You act regardless of emotion. This mindset creates momentum that weak-minded people cannot understand. The Stoics trained themselves to endure discomfort because they understood that self-control creates freedom. Without discipline, desires control you. Laziness controls you. Distractions control you. But with discipline, you take control of your own destiny. Start building discipline in small ways every day. Wake up on time. Finish what you start. Exercise your body. Train your mind. Keep your word. Over time, these habits create a powerful identity. You begin seeing yourself as someone who follows through no matter what. That identity changes everything. Discipline is not punishment, it is self-respect in action. The more disciplined you become, the more confident, focused, and mentally powerful you become. Subscribe now and continue your journey toward discipline, self-mastery, and Stoic greatness. Rule 10. Become unshakably independent. The final rule of absolute power is independence. Most people are emotionally dependent on others for happiness, validation, identity, or direction. This creates weakness because whenever your peace depends on someone else, you become vulnerable to manipulation and disappointment. Stoicism teaches the importance of inner independence. The Stoic learns to stand alone mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This does not mean rejecting relationships or isolating yourself from the world. It means building a strong inner foundation that does not collapse when circumstances change. Rewire your brain to become self-reliant. Learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to think for yourself. Learn to trust your own judgment. Weak people follow crowds because they fear standing alone. But powerful minds remain true to their principles even when the world disagrees with them. Independence creates enormous psychological freedom. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing rejection. You stop compromising your values just to fit in. The Stoics believe that peace comes from within, not from external conditions. When your happiness depends entirely on people, money, status, or praise, your peace becomes fragile. But when your strength comes from character and self-respect, you become stable in any situation. Imagine the confidence of becoming someone who can handle loneliness, criticism, setbacks, and uncertainty without losing control of themselves. That is true strength. Independent thinkers become leaders because they are not controlled by social pressure. They make decisions based on wisdom instead of fear. The world desperately needs more people who can think clearly instead of blindly following trends and emotions. Build yourself into someone who remains calm in chaos, focused in distraction, and disciplined in temptation. Become the kind of person who can survive mentally in any environment because your power comes from within. This is the final stage of Stoic transformation. A mind that cannot be controlled easily becomes one of the most powerful forces on earth. If you made it this far, you are already different from most people. You are choosing growth over weakness and discipline over comfort. Subscribe to the channel right now and join this growing brotherhood of modern Stoics. Every video here is designed to help you sharpen your mind, strengthen your discipline, master your emotions, and build absolute inner power. Your transformation starts today.